Hey everybody, it's your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast, your favorite gentleman. And today you all are in for an absolute treat. Today we have a very, very special guest today on the Gentleman Style Podcast platform, and she is absolutely amazing. You all are going to want to stay tuned, stay engaged, and stay with us. You won't want to miss 1 second of this dynamic powerhouse woman. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's your favorite gentleman, Marcus Norman of the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. And today you all are in for an absolute treat. This woman, Miss Michelle Hougland, has been a successful online entrepreneur from, since birth. This woman is hardworking. Since the age of 16 years old, she has diversified into multiple streams of income. This woman is dynamic. Through desperation to replace her dental career income years ago, she wanted to stay home with her newborn. Michelle jumped into her online business with passion and vigor and experience. She quickly learned how to succeed and thrive as an online entrepreneur out of her desire to help save others from the same pitfalls she encountered early on. Miss Michelle authored her own book, eBay Consignment the Easy Way, and she is here on the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. Please help me welcome to the stage the incredible, the amazing Miss Michelle Hougland.
Hello. What a great intro. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You are very welcome. It is all you. You did the legwork. I just read the bio. You are fantabulous, man. Thank you for joining us on the Gentleman Style Podcast Show today.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here, Marcus. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. And so my very first question, this is my favorite question. Successful people have habits. They have routines. What is one thing that you do early on in the morning that sets the tone for the rest of your day? Is it yoga? Is it meditation? Is it a word or scripture? What sets the tone for the rest of your day? This is how you know you're going to have a really good day.
Absolutely. I love that you asked that. This is the reason behind my success is from very early on, I get very early in the morning when the house is quiet and I enjoy my Bible study, my quiet time with my Lord. And then once I feel that peace that he's like, okay, then I shift over and I start focusing on my goals for the day, for my business, and just how I'm going to tackle the day and make the most of it.
Love that. Love that. Did I mention she has a heart of gold, y'all? Heart of gold, pure heart of gold. So, Miss Michelle, what motivated you to get started at such a young age? I know you said it said your daughter, right? But yes. What was going on? You just wanted to be with her as she matured, or what happened at your dental career? Was it not good? Were you stressed out? What was going on there?
I love my dental career. I have been in it since I was 15. I was really good at it, and I was going on maternity leave, but had every plan to return back after. I love business. But when I got home and I'm looking at this brand new newborn in my arms, I was smitten. And then it hit me. Oh my gosh, I can't go back to work. What am I doing? And that started my frantic search so I could find something to quickly replace my income so I could stay home with her. And I did it. And I'm so glad I did.
How did you discover multiple streams of income? How did you, at a young age, again, what sparked the fire? Was it a book? Was it a mentor? Was it someone that you saw and admired that sparked the fire for you?
That's a great question. So I had the honor of going to Zimbabwe, Africa, to preach and teach. And while I was there, it was actually a conference as well. And so during the day, we enjoyed the conference. And at night, they would group us with our translators and let us ship us across the countryside. It was the best experience. But during one of the speakers at that conference, I remember him saying, you need multiple streams of income. And he talked about different ways to do that. And my eyes were open. And this was several years before I had my daughter. So that just kind of put that spark inside of me. And it's been fun. The Lord's been good to me.
And always stuck with you. I love that. Give her a round of applause, y'all. Miss Michelle spilling all the tea today on the Gentleman Star Podcast Show. So Zimbabwe put the plug, it put the seed in you that later, after you had your daughter, you went back to, you referenced it, and you're like, remember that moment, remember what was said. And so that's huge. So you are a multi-talented woman. You could do anything you absolutely set your mind to. But what pushed you in the direction? Why an online business? What motivated you to start an online business? You could do anything. You could do lemonade. You could own a franchise. You could anything, but an online business. What led you in that direction?
Well, I've always been an entrepreneur at heart and just love business. So I've always done, in addition to my dental career, I would do side hustles. Like I've done wedding photography and several different things just to kind of get the taste of my own business. But once I had her, I was searching for something that I could stay home, work from home. The internet was still pretty new back then. That was back in 2004. iPhones weren't even, I remember having a Palm Trio. And then I remember the day when the internet could be on my thing so I could do my work. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And Amazon was still a bookstore. It was nothing like it was today. But I remember online business being something where I'm like, I could stay home, make my own hours, enjoy her. And when she's napping, I could log on and start working. Or when she goes to bed, I could work. So that's what started my journey with online business.
Love it. Love it. Do y'all see this incredible background she has? If for my audio listeners, so you can't see, but she has the phenomenal background. She has the page, she has the flowers, like you can tell the photography, and she's beautiful. The photography, photography is all about land and the visual. And I'm looking at it, I can smell the roses, literally. So I love this. I love this. Give her another round of applause, y'all. Miss Michelle Hougland. Miss Michelle, tell us, how can people, right? What would you say to the young woman, young man in the audience who's on the fence? How can they use YouTube to build their business?
Oh, it's huge. What a great question. I think a lot of people are intimidated sometimes by YouTube. They don't want to push record on the camera. It can be kind of scary, but YouTube is a powerhouse. And I love helping others, entrepreneurs, business owners to utilize that for their businesses. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the internet. So because of that, not only is it videos, but people are searching for answers to things. And when you have a video that you reverse engineer your video so that you are in the right place at the right time for people who are searching for what you have to provide, it's powerful. And it's a great way to generate leads and your business.
Woo! Cheers. I'll cheer to that. Cheers. Spilling the absolute tea. You all, we have the incredible, phenomenal Miss Michelle Hougland here on the Gentleman Style Podcast States. We have one quick commercial break. You all stay tuned, stay with us, stay engaged. We'll be right back. See you guys soon. Good day, podcast listeners. This is your boy, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. I wanted to let you guys know that we will be rolling out a new feature and adding a join sponsor button next to the subscriber button here at the bottom of your screen. Once you click the button, it will display 3 membership levels. Gentleman Gentry, which is our entry level, Duke Duchess, which is our season level, and the Emperor and Empress, which is our most sophisticated level, which you will receive unique perks and benefits at each differing level and gain access to our community tab. We will also be sharing polls, upcoming events, and interviews, as well as receive feedback from our sponsors directly. Your support helps me find new and exciting guests to bring to the stage live. Well, in order to get the higher end speakers, it requires, you guessed it, money. So thank you for tuning in to my channel. And if becoming a sponsor sounds good to you, then select the join button below and choose your desired sponsor level. Let's continue to grow and serve the future of generations of men and women to come. Love you guys. Bye. Hey everybody, we are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast show, and we have the amazing, the incredible, the super fragilistic, expialidocious Miss Michelle Hougland. Miss Michelle. So
Yes.
if you guys missed it, she just broke it down. She spilled some tea and broke down one of her history and what got her started and what drove her passion for getting into entrepreneurship and getting into the business of business was her family, her daughter, and someone she admired, someone she met in Zimbabwe that sparked the seed, that planted the seed for her on her path to where she is today and to be able to be home with her family and her daughter. And so now we just dived in. Before we went to the commercial break, she touched on YouTube and why she focused on YouTube, because she could do anything she absolutely sets her mind to, but she chose this platform. So Miss Michelle,
Yes.
There's numerous talks. There's a bunch of gurus out there that talk about the YouTube algorithm and optimizing your channel. But tell us, in your experience as a professional, as an expert, how is optimizing keyword research for your YouTube channel? Why is that important when it involves YouTube and having effective keywords in your channel?
That is a huge question. That's a great question. Keywords are like 90% of the whole thing. It's the same thing when I'm doing my online reselling, we're talking to a computer. And so we need to make sure that the computer, who has all these interested viewers that are searching for things, are able to connect the dots with the content that you have to provide or the item that you're trying to sell. So on YouTube, like I started on, people are looking for solutions to problems. And when you're a new YouTuber, you need to make sure that you're doing how-to videos. Blogging and vlogging for YouTube when you're first getting started is not going to be a good, successful path for you. Not yet. Let's get started first by meeting the need of what people are searching for already. And then once they know, like, and trust you, then they'll return back and want to know a little bit more about your vlogging type of videos.
That makes perfect sense. That makes huge sense. And so how can people integrate their business into YouTube, right? Because that's the path of resistance right there and getting over that barrier. So I have an audience over here. How do I integrate products or services or counseling or whatever it is, the other side of my business is? How do I integrate that?
Absolutely. So you can do this with a brick and mortar store, a service type industry, or an informational product type of business. You basically are going to reverse engineer that too. What do you have to provide to your customer base? What problem are you solving? Is it a service that you're solving? Is it a product that can help fix a problem that they're having? So when you do that, and then you'll focus that in on your area, then you can go ahead, like I said, and reverse engineer, provide items, and you can focus on those items. Maybe you can do a review on a product that is in your niche. And so that kind of brings them down that pathway to you. And then you could provide a service to them as well as a result.
There you have it. There you have it. I wish I could give you my microphone so you could, well, she has a microphone right there, but I want to give you another microphone because we need that microphone so you could drop it, because that was perfect. And if you all haven't checked out her YouTube channel, it is absolutely phenomenal. It's, for my audio listeners, www.youtube.com/Paladin Global Market. So check her out, subscribe, like, share. Don't forget to like. That's important, right?
Right.
Please like. If you don't like, give constructive criticism. Don't hit the unlike. Give feedback before you just hit unlike. Give feedback. That's how we grow. That's how we get better. So as a sales expert, you did something else. You have a book called eBay Consignment, The Easy Way. Can you talk about that book for us, please? And what our readers are going to get with that experience?
Absolutely. So I wrote that about 2 years into my online reselling business. So eBay is the vehicle that I used to be able to replace my income within, it was about 3 weeks, which I know it was super fast, which I'm so grateful for. But that first year and a half or two, it was rocky. It was a new industry. There wasn't YouTube videos up like there are today. There wasn't a lot of support. So you just had to jump in both feet, and I was my back against the wall. I had to make this work. But I came to a point where I was Like, I can only go searching for so many garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, government auctions, wholesale, liquidations, that type of thing. I can only do that so much. But what if I could get free inventory to sell online? And that's what sparked consignment reselling. Think about it. Everybody has something around their house that they want to sell. They don't quite want to get rid of it, right? And they don't really want to do a garage sale because they're hot and sweaty and they take up all their Saturday morning. But if you can have someone that knows how to resell online, then consignment reselling is an excellent tool. So I provide that as a service, but I also teach other resellers how they can tap into that free inventory, which is very profitable if you know what you're doing. And the book helps assist you in that.
Love it. Love it. So let me get this straight. You just popped the lid. I gotta break. I was at a 3,000 foot view. Can you bring it down a little bit more? So you're telling me I can take someone's, not necessarily junk, I don't want to say junk, but someone else's treasure and sell it on eBay for a profit? Yes. That's so the book breaks down your proven methods of taking a product. And how do you get it for free? Did you go door to door? Did you sell mailers? And how did you get free products to sell?
Well, at first it was word of mouth, friends and family, but I put out signs on the roads, like bandit signs, and just, I will sell your stuff for you on eBay, and put my number. And I started getting phone calls, and that launched, it taps into a higher level of inventory that you're not normally going to be able to find at garage sales and stuff like that. I mean, I've sold motorcycles, x-ray machines, timeshares. I mean, you name it. And people usually get very excited when they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I have got to get rid of this. I'd love to get some money. And I get a % of the profit is how it works. I don't get paid unless it sells.
Love that. And so you just named off several different things. You had signs, you had word of mouth, which is another layer of marketing. How is marketing a layered approach? Because you talk about that throughout your podcast, throughout your channel, and everywhere that people can find you in the book. How is marketing a layered approach?
I love that. Thank you. It is. It's little by little, step by step. You keep consistently doing the right thing. Like, you have a podcast, or you have a YouTube channel, you have the ebook, I have online reselling. When I sell items, I put a packing slip in there with a quick handwritten note and a thank you with my YouTube card on there. And you just continue to layer. I have an email list and free, different things that I give away for free as a thank you. And then they join the list for more information. So you just continue little by little, layer by layer. And before you know it, it truly does grow your business quite quickly.
Woo! Woo! You all, Miss Michelle is fantabulous. This is phenomenal. I loved it. I didn't know any of this. And so this is why I had to get her on the show, y'all. This is why I work hard to get great guests, great speakers like her on the show. We have one more quick commercial break. I know you all are in there and you're engaged. Stay tuned. Stay with us. Stay for more. We'll be right back.
I'm Marcus Norman, bringing fresh vibes to hot topics surrounding culture, relationships, business, finance, sex, dating, faith, and everything in between. Whether you're into passive income opportunities, trending topics and useful relationship tips, or dynamic guest speakers, there's something for everyone. You can expect all that and more every week. If you're down with this content, then consider joining our growing community by subscribing to Gentleman Style Podcast and smash the bell to get on our VIP list. Your support means the world. Thanks for watching. Link to my channel.
Hey everybody, we are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast show, and we have Miss Michelle, the host with the most is what she calls me. I am just I just am excited to have. I'm shaking, y'all. When I have great speakers on the show, they inspire and they uplift. And this isn't a rags to riches story, but this is a overcoming story. And Michelle has a overcoming story, right? Oftentimes people look for, well, what drove you to success? What's your why? You hear that a lot in entrepreneurship. And Miss Michelle's why was so powerful that she had to be successful. She had to push through no matter what. And people don't realize that oftentimes we set goals for ourselves, and we set these huge goals for ourselves, but the why isn't big enough. The why isn't strong enough. And so we have to make our whys bigger. And so I wanted to bring Miss Michelle as the example, as the leader, the industry leader. She's carving a path for us to follow and admire and admonish her and uplift her. So, because she's not done. She is not done. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Miss Michelle, so you broke down layering your business and layering the advertising and laying your development as you grew. So you had the vlogs, the podcast, the YouTube channel, you had products, you had the eBay book, which was what really was the money maker. And then you just let the money flow into the other areas of your business and layered it as well. But now there's a big problem that most businesses face and most YouTubers face is scaling. How do I scale up, right? Because you can actually stagnate yourself when you reach certain levels. So how does someone scale a business, and when do they know that they are ready to take things to the next level?
Oh, I love that. You know, we have to start looking at not selling our time for money. We have to get to a point where we run our business in a way that we're not working ourselves into the ground. So a way you can do that is by recording things. Like I have my online course, eBay, how to start and grow an successful eBay business. You like that? I got tongue tied. But my course, my basic course that really starts people from how to, if they've never resold online, into how to really get that scaled up. But then I also have a second one where I'm doing eBay Consignment the easy way as a course, which is a lot more in depth than the ebook. And then you can do coaching and membership sites and such. But you got to be real careful to protect your time as you're growing, and you have to bring on people to help you. It's important for you to do every part of your business so you know it really well. But then you need to bring on people to help. Like I have contractors that come in and help do my listings when I go and get a big load of inventory. And then I have my daughter who likes to, now she's almost 17. She does the photos for me and such. So you've got to learn how to rig out. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. I love that. So you did. So I have to unpack that. I can't let you go without unpacking a little bit of that, because you did several important things. One, you hired early on. You realize, and because entrepreneurs struggle with that, they struggle with releasing the duties that they're not necessarily not good at, but someone else should be handling these things, because my audience has more important things to do with the business. So you touched on that. I love that. I love that you brought that up, and that's important. Offloading. When should someone offload? Is it sooner or is it later? When should someone start hiring out?
Well, my husband likes to call me lovingly the budget ninja. So I'm like really tight with, really trying to maximize our money. And I would say as a business too, you really need to try to do as much as you can possibly until you feel like you're like, okay, I've got to reach out. So really try to optimize your systems. Is there something that you can tweak that can help cut a step out that maybe you're doing that's just too time consuming? Are you maybe watching TV while you're trying to do work? And maybe you can cut that out and then you don't have to hire out. So really optimize your own systems. And then once you've done that, then you can properly train someone to come on board and help you.
Love that. Love that. The next piece that you brought up is you hire out early, get it off your plate, get it going so you can scale up to your business. But you also mentioned earlier having the layers to your business. But then, forgive me. You also mentioned another piece of entrepreneurship. Is there a certain threshold that,
when did you? I got tongue-tied. You can too.
I did too. That's the beauty of live shows, right?
Yes.
And so How did you know? Was you said when you get exhausted, is that the point when you say, listen, I'm burnt out, I'm overstretched, I need to offload this? What was your trigger? Was it that moment when you realized, hey, I'm doing too much?
Well, it was where I realized that, yes, I could continue doing this one item, but it's actually going to cost my business money if I do that, because I can provide so much more value if I go do this item, and then I could pay someone, half the price of what I was essentially taken away from the business by me doing it myself, where I could still take great care of them financially and have them do the job while I go out and, could source bigger, better things that will help continue to grow and scale the business.
That's true. What's the goal for you, Miss Michelle? What's the goal? What's the plan? Where do you see yourself next 5-10 years family wise? Is it speaking engagements after we got our COVID-19 vaccinations and we open up the world? Is it on the beach in the Bahamas, Dubai, Spain? What's the plan?
Well, it's interesting that you asked that. I was telling my husband about 2 or 3 months ago. I'm like, honey, I'm a Christian. I love the Lord with all my heart. And I told him, I said, I don't know what it is. It's like a fire is inside of me to just grow and continue to build the businesses and help people. My desire is to help speed people up on their journey to online reselling success, because I know how hard it was for me. I know how many people are struggling to be able to make ends meet, and it doesn't have to be that way. So I see myself, yes, speaking and teaching. I love doing that and working with others. And nothing makes me happier when I hear some of my students tell me that they're like, oh, I went out this weekend, I found this and that, and I sold it, and I've made more money than I would make in a job when I was working, giving 20 hours a week, but I'm able to do it in about 5 hours on a Saturday. And that thrills me, because then they're with their children the other time instead of selling their time for money. So I see myself continuing to speak and teach and just help mentor people along the way. And I don't see myself stopping that.
Heart of gold. Did I mention she has a heart of gold, y'all? A true treasure. That is phenomenal. How can my audience connect with you? How can we grow with you? How can we learn more from you as you succeed? We want to join in. We want to lock arms with you and join this movement, because you are a movement and you're changing the world for the better.
Thank you. The best place is either on my YouTube channel, Paladin Global Market, or on my Facebook page by the same name. And you can sign up for my email list, which is my website by the same exact name, Paladin Global Market. And I'll keep you in the loop for some new exciting things coming down the pipeline in 2021, if online reselling is something you'd like to be a part of.
Whoop, whoop. There you have it. She dropped it. She dropped the band. That's the invite, y'all. If y'all missed it, that's the invitation. Keyword invitation. Miss Michelle, thank you so much for what you do. What you do is important and it's necessary. I appreciate you so much for giving back in this way. This has been phenomenal. And I want to say this to you publicly. Please don't ever give up.
Thank you.
Please don't ever quit, because the world needs what you're doing. The world is changed by what you're doing. And so any final tips, any words of encouragement, advice, if you had one more nugget in the hat to give to the young woman, the young man out in the audience that's against the fence?
I have to say, one, I've loved being on this podcast, and I absolutely think continue tuning into Marcus. He has amazing, I just love your energy and for bringing and connecting different like-minded people together. My biggest thing is make the most of your time. Today is called the present because it's a gift, and we're not going to be able to get it back. So make the most of your time. Don't let fear stop you. If it's something you have to learn, you have to educate yourself so that you can do a new tool or a task or something, you can do it. You're worth it and you can do it. Thanks so much, guys, for having me on the show.
Phenomenal, y'all. Did I say phenomenal? Thank you, Miss Michelle. You are incredible. Thank you for serving my audience in the best way possible. This was powerful. This is dynamic, and I can't wait to learn more from you. I'm inspired by you. Thank you so much.
And by you, Marcus. It's been a pleasure.
Aww. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I promise. Thank you all, my audience, for tuning in to this dynamic speaker, this wonderful woman of God. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope this message has served you in the best way. I hope it's inspired you. I hope it's invigorated you to take action and to make a change in your life for the better, and to connect with Miss Michelle and what she's doing, because she's trailblazing a path to future and legacy. She's changing the world for the absolute better. So, like I end every show, take care of your families, take care of your friends, and take care of business. This is Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show and Miss Michelle Hougland signing off. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.